Greetings, Aquarians, and welcome to my YouTube channel, One Who Sees Tarot. This is a mid-monthly reading for the month of July 2017, and the spirit guide has already been invoked, and the cards have been anointed and shuffled accordingly and cut accordingly to give you a nice, honest, and clear reading. And I've asked the spirit to take the cards back out of my hands and to own them, and I believe the spirit does that. So Aquarians, let's get started as we look at your spread for the month of July. And there are some interesting dynamics, and so let's go through them. Aquarians, as I see, you're coming from a place of abundance. You're coming from a place of creativity. So when I say abundance, I mean you're coming from a place where your creative energies have been working for you in the not too distant past. This is very good. So you're working and the work is paying off, and it's showing where your creativity has been critical and crucial for you during this time. Aquarians, I also see where you are getting over some money challenges as far as you were depending on somebody. And it's a type of a betrayal type of an energy. It's an energy that indicates that you were left out on your own and you're trying to find your way. And the spirit is showing me that that is a challenge for you right now, Aquarians. In addition, the spirit does show me right now a time of conflict for you. And I'm going to see what has to happen and how we can move forward and see if we can do away with some of that conflict. But certainly the spirit is showing me some conflict right now. And once again, how very interesting, and this is the fourth time for Aquarians that I've seen this card in this exact same position, and that is that this is not the time for you to relocate. You have been thinking about relocating, and you've been up and down with the subject about relocating, not relocating, not. And the spirit is saying that this is not the time for you to relocate at this time. And we're going to look again as we get to August. But so far, this has been the third or the fourth reading. And I recall that because I have a number of Aquarian friends and clients. And so when I see this card again, and this is the fourth time that I've seen it. So this is not a time for Aquarians to relocate, to move. Aquarians, you're also being advised by the spirit that we see you out of balance. The spirit sees you sort of out of balance. So in other words, you're being told, you're being advised that you must look to the future. You must now look at yourself realistically where you are. At the same time, you must begin to formulate those plans and implement those plans. Keep moving towards your future. That's what the spirit is showing me. You can walk right into your future, but you're going to have to do some work as far as maintaining that level of creativity and expanding on that level of creativity. The spirit guide is also showing me, Aquarians, where you are being advised to rely on your spiritual self. You are being advised to rely on the inner voice, that quiet voice that speaks to you while you're sleeping, or that voice that speaks to you when no one else is talking. The spirit is saying rely on that spiritual guide, because you do have a spiritual side. You have a very, very deep spiritual side, and you need to rely on that. You need to get back in touch with that and spend some time with that spiritual side. The spirit is also showing me where you're coming through, or you're getting ready to go through, I should say. You're going to go through a stage where you're going to come to an end of a structural change. There's been some changes in your life, and these changes, they're going to settle, but they haven't settled yet. The dust has not settled yet, Aquarians, but it will settle soon, because I see an end to that type of a structural change. The spirit is also showing me where you are frustrated about money and how you've been making money and how money has been flowing into your life, and we're going to get some advice on that. And Aquarians, the spirit does show me, though, you are going to emerge to a place of strength. You are going to be strong and mighty, and we're going to get some clarity. And also, the spirit is showing me in your final outcome that for this time cycle, the spirit is saying, Aquarians, this is a time for you to exercise. It's a time for you to do some exercising, because the spirit does not show me you exercising as much as you have and as much as you need to. Let's go forward. The spirit is showing, very nice. So the Spirit is showing me some good cards in your center, Aquarians, and one of the cards indicates that you need to spend some time pampering yourself, and you have not. You have not been taking care of yourself. You must have been taking care of a lot of people, but you have not been taking care of yourself. The Spirit also shows me the card that actually is your card for the Sacred Tarot. And this card indicates you are going to come up with a clear plan. Your ideas that you have now as far as your creativity and applying your creativity for your future and for your long-term goals, those are the right ideas. And that is going to work for you. Your creativity is going to come through. It's going to continue to flow. Even though money has not, money has been tight a little bit here and you've been feeling like, wow, people have just not been coming through for me. Just hang in there, Aquarians. There is some good stuff coming, I'm sure. The Spirit is also showing me, Aquarians, where you are being advised to rely on your own wisdom and your own knowledge, rely on your wisdom, rely on your experiences. And Aquarians, the Spirit is also showing me that this is a time where you are being advised to slow down. Slow down. Now, this applies in two areas. This slowing down and this not moving. Some of you have felt like moving, and the Spirit is saying not yet. So that's one slowing down. The other slowing down is to make sure that you watch all traffic safety rules. Watch traffic safety rules. Pay attention to your temper. Pay attention to your outbursts. Pay attention to jumping to conclusions. This is not the time to do any of that, and the Spirit is giving you a clear, crisp warning. Aquarians, the Spirit is also showing me a card indicating that this is not the time. You're not where you want to be on your job, and actually that shows up in two different locations where I see you're not satisfied with the money that you've been making and the way you've been making money. You want to expand, and the Spirit shows me where you are going to expand. Aquarians, those of you that are the masculine energy, for the masculine energy, Aquarians, this is a time when you can look out for Mrs. Right or Miss Right, because she's going to be gorgeous and she's going to be quite appealing. So for those of you that are the masculine energy of Aquarians, there is a beautiful woman. The feminine complement is coming. That feminine complement, she's sexy, she's beautiful, she's in perfect shape. You're going to love her. Those of you that are the masculine energy of Aquarians. Those of you that are the feminine energy of Aquarians, you're going to have some challenges. Well, actually, I should say that you're going to emerge as being fabulous. But that masculine energy that you are dealing with has some challenges and some issues. We'll get some clarity about that as we go forward. Okay, Aquarians, the Spirit is showing me where it is time for you to think about things in a little different way. Exercise. Think about your options. And the Spirit shows me you're going to make some good choices. There's going to be some changes, as I said, but those changes, part of those changes, you're going to participate with some of those changes. That's going to be stuff that you're actually going to make changes in your own life. So sometimes when the Spirit shows me this card, it indicates changes that we have nothing to do with. But the Spirit is showing me you exercising options, making some decisions. You're gonna say, well, you know what? I'm not really stuck here. I'm not really stuck in this, and I can actually do some other stuff. I can expand and I can grow. And the Spirit shows me where you need to move on. You need to let go of some of that past mildewed pain, Aquarian. That pain is like mildew. Let it go and move forward. And the Spirit shows me as you move forward, Aquarians, I see a couple. I see a very, very happy couple. So this goes for both the masculine energy and the feminine energy of Aquarians, because there's a happy, healthy, beautiful couple that's going to emerge in your future. There's a beautiful couple that's going to emerge in your future. I see it. Aquarians, oh, very nice. Aquarians, this is a time for you to do a couple of things. Take control of your life, as I mentioned a few moments ago, about you making decisions. Take control of your life, number one. Number two, Aquarians, some of you are going to be offered an opportunity to take a road trip. When that road trip presents itself, please accept it. It'll be a good thing for you to do. It's a good, healthy, beautiful, It's just going to give you some new fresh ideas and some fresh thinking, because the Spirit shows me where you are a little bit confused about some things in your past. You are confused about some things in your emotional, like your emotional baggage that you're carrying. And the Spirit is saying once again, in another whole different location in your spread, the Spirit is showing where you have to get over it. You're going to have to move on. You can't sit there and stay stuck in the same old stuff in the past. You're going to have to move on. Let's go for, you know, I just said about you exercising your options, and the interesting thing, Aquarians, which is really, really spirit-filled and genuine, and that is that there's another card that just laid out, the Spirit just laid it out in front of me, and the idea is that this is not a time for you to rest. This is not a time for you to sit still. This is not a time for you to, you're not going to stay where you are. You're not going to stay how you are. And the Spirit is showing me where there's a decision that you have to make, and you've been reluctant to make that decision. So that decision is related to you moving. I could see that. That decision is related to possibly a growth in your business, possibly a growth or a change in your relationship. But I can tell you this much, when you do make the next decision, you are going to come to a place of mental clarity, because I do see that. Aquarius, the Spirit shows me a card where you are juggling your money, and the Spirit is getting ready to show me another card, and very well it laid right out. And the Spirit is showing me you're looking good as far as looking at your future. You are going to come there. Like I said in the beginning, I said there was a need for balance. There's a need for you to refocus on your future, as well as taking a realistic registry, so to speak, of where you are. But the Spirit is showing me that you are going to emerge making the right decision. Once again, you are also going to be looking at the world as your home. And you're going to be thinking in a more global way. You're going to be thinking about those of you that are business people, those of you that are entrepreneurs. You're going to be looking more of a global perspective. So this is going to be a very prosperous new cycle for you, Aquarians. As I said, the Spirit showed me you juggling your money, but the Spirit is also getting ready to break through that and give you some nice opportunities, because the Spirit just showed me another card indicating that you're getting ready to come to a place where you're going to have everything that you want. You're going to have everything that you want. You're going to have everything that you want, but you are going to have to do a few things. You are going to have to exercise, make that decision. When I say exercise, this first exercise is exercise your options. Make a decision. Stop dragging your feet about it. Stand up for what you believe in. That's the first thing. The other thing that you have to do, Aquarians, particularly those of you who are the masculine energy, as I said before, exercise. You have to exercise your body. You have to exercise your mind. That's critical. Those of you that are the female energy of Aquarians, and you're looking at your relationship. Now, although I have not seen anything on the table that indicates specifically a love relationship type of a thing in the way of a breakup, but I do see some challenges with this masculine energy. And these challenges that I'm looking at, they seem to be threatening of health challenges, but exercise will help, certainly. Diet will help. More water in your diet will help. And if you are dealing with a masculine energy, and that masculine energy is having some health challenges, please inform them and advise them and motivate them to get out there and get to the gym. Let's do some walking. Let's do some sit-ups. Let's do some push-ups. Let's do some exercises. And then things turn around for you. The Spirit shows me where you are getting ready to come to a beautiful place. Those of you that are the masculine energy of Aquarians, you're getting ready to come to a place of mental clarity. So you're getting ready to make that decision. You're getting ready to have some clarity about the direction that you want to go in. And you're getting ready to make that move, because you're getting ready to come to a place where there's going to be an end to backstabbing and backbiting and malicious type of foolishness. There's going to be an end to that, Aquarians, and that's going to happen for you in the next 4 to 6 weeks. The Spirit actually told me 6 to 8 weeks, so I hear that. 6 to 8 weeks, you're going to be experiencing some nice breakthroughs for yourself, Aquarians. And also, Those of you that are the female energy of Aquarians, if you are looking for a masculine complement, that masculine complement comes in the way of a person that is intellectually stimulating. And I know how important that is for Aquarians. And I want to tell you something about Aquarians, particularly those of you that are the female energy Aquarians. The way the Spirit laid these cards out, they are coming together. So in other words, this masculine energy that you're going to meet is like in your future. This person is close but not quite there yet. So the Spirit is showing me that for those of you that are the female energy of Aquarians. The Spirit is also showing me for all of you wonderful people, like I said earlier, there's a financial breakthrough. Money is getting ready to break through, and it's getting ready to flow for you Aquarians. That money is getting ready to flow, it's getting ready to break through, and it's getting ready to flow very nicely for you Aquarians. And the Spirit does see where as I said before, there's some decisions that you have to make. Some of those decisions that you have to make and some of those things that you're going to have to face and stand up to, some of them are going to cause you some emotional changes, some emotional challenges. I'm not going to say that it's not. I'm not going to say that you're not going to feel it. You are going to have to make some emotional decisions. But the Spirit does show me once again, and this is so beautiful when the Spirit lays out things so beautifully for me, that I can give you the absolute promised truth. And that is that Aquarians, you are going to be looking at your future. You are going to re-emerge. Your ideas are going to be forthright. Your ideas are going to be exact. You're heading in the right direction. Just exercise, balance, make some decisions that you have to make, face some of those serious things, and go forward, Aquarians. There's a bright future for you in this time cycle is going to be a beginning of a breakthrough for you. Aquarians, this has been a general reading for the sign of Aquarians, as I just said, for the mid-month of July 2017. For those of you that would like to book a private reading, please reach out to me at onewhosees4you@yahoo.com, and that's onewhosees4you@yahoo.com. Aquarians, I'm looking forward to talking with you, looking forward to providing a private reading for you. I see some great, wonderful, beautiful breakthroughs coming for Aquarians. Alrighty, Aquarians, thank you so much for listening.